There comes a point in life where things that are difficult to do for some people become so easy to do for you. I know that's an unfair statement, depending on which team you're on. Are you on the difficult club or on the easy mode club? On the easy mode, things flows naturally. Like you're just committed, you're connected to the source. You're speaking to God. You don't need to read from a teleprompter to say your message. You're just in flow state. Things come to you naturally. Does it seem impossible for you to do a one-hand push-up? Is it impossible for you to speak to a camera or to just inspire the masses through a camera, speaking to a camera? Does that idea terrify you? Well, is it impossible for you? Does it seem impossible for you to stop jacking off and stop watching porn? Quit whatever vices that you're dealing with. Does it seem impossible and difficult for you to do? Well, in the next few minutes, if that's you, we'll delve into how to transition from the difficult club to the easy mode club, where things just flows natural. Everything comes to you whenever you want. You can just summon it out of nowhere. It's natural charisma. You don't have to be needy. You just attract it. Things flows natural for you. It's like you are connected to the source. You are connected to God himself. You just open up your mouth and things flows natural. You can feel it. It's your second nature. You don't have to force it. It comes natural. You are master of your own craft. You don't have to use ams or ams. It flows easy out of you. So I would like to invite you to the easy club, where life on its own is already unfair and it's already hard. It's already difficult. So in order to transition from the difficult club to the easy mode club, you have to change your mindset. First of all, you have to realize that we are born to be leaders. All of us are leaders. Now that statement may bring up a question in your mind, depending on how you grew up. Most people, when I say that, they'll think, oh, if we are all born leaders, if all of us were born to be leaders, then who's supposed to follow? Who's going to be the follower? Well, that shows that you were successfully brainwashed by your society, right? Successfully brainwashed. You think just because everyone is a leader, they're supposed to be followers. No, everyone is a leader in their craft. You're supposed to be master. You're born to be a dominator in your area of gifting. As human beings, you are not supposed to be masters of one another. We are supposed to be masters of our craft. We are not supposed to be Jack. Who's Jack? Jack of all trades. You're supposed to find one thing to master, and that thing will just bring everything in order. Okay? For instance, let me show you something. Think of Mike Tyson. What comes to mind? Boxing. Think of Michael Jordan. What comes to mind? Drop it in the comment below. I'm waiting for you. What comes to mind when you think of Michael Jordan? Obviously basketball. So you see, you have to find one thing that you become master of, and most people spend their practicing time on complaining and crying. That's why they never master anything. The time that you use on complaining and crying, that's your time for practice. You don't have to be struggling so much in life. You have to find one thing to master. Just one thing. One thing that brings you joy. One thing. Just master that thing. And you're going to suck at the beginning. Don't just expect to be a master in day one. Find something that you are attracted to. Something that you know it's difficult for you, but you are attracted. It compels you. There's no way you can live without this thing. Find that one thing where after you've done it, you feel proud of yourself. After you've done it, you know you've challenged yourself. You know you've moved closer. You've moved closer to your purpose. You've pleased God by doing this thing, just this thing. You have to discover that thing for you so that you can master it. And when you discover that thing, give it your all. Don't look to the left or to the right. Make sure you laser focus on that thing and you give it your all. As soon as you become master of that thing, the best, you become the toppest at that thing, no one can touch you. Okay, what do I mean by that? Everything will flow into place. Everything that you think you need or you think you cannot live without, like whether it's attracting the opposite sex, whether it's vices, struggling with vices, you have to discover this one thing that you're supposed to master. We are not born to be just followers and slaves. No, you are born for more than that. So you're supposed to discover that one thing for you, that one thing that you're supposed to master. Give it your all, And as soon as you find it, everything that you think is a stronghold or you cannot get rid of or you cannot quit will fall off naturally. As soon as you discover your purpose, everything comes into line. Whether it's money, financial, like whatever it is, discover that one thing for yourself and give it your all, and don't spend your practice time on complaining and crying. That's why you'll remain an amateur. Okay, so make sure you discover what it is for you so that you give it your all, so that you master it.